age is not at all, at least not necessarily, related to you being alive.
It doesn't have to. No, that's you have to specify that, perhaps.
Yeah. So then you are actually younger than most people. You're probably in the lower percentile then. Doesn't that make you feel great?
Yes, of all the people who have ever lived, we are some of the youngest.
I mean,
So
this is splitting hairs and grasping for straws and that sort of thing. A lot of things.
it's got something. Something's got to be going for it, surely.
Yeah.
Oh,
Let us have this one, at least.
exactly. Well, let's just have this tiny little win, even though it's a complete lie. Just let us have it.
It's not a lie per se, but it's very creative use of the truth.
There we go. We'll take that then. I'll take it. Creative uses of the truth. So I'm just trying to find a blank page in my notebook in which to scribble.
Well, if that's what you need, then
Yeah,
you do what you have to do.
that got me thinking about liar, liar, pants on fire. And given that I'm mistaking pants for trousers, it's a very easy transition there. I got the right trousers, as opposite to
The wrong trousers
to
that you've been wanting
Wallace.
for so long.
Yes, I've been wanting the wrong trousers. Well, since I watched Wallace and Gromit, and now I got the right ones. Because I bought a set of Carhartt trousers, not at all sponsored, but I really like them, and they're like the proper durable canvas stuff that they should last a decade, and I like the look of them. So I thought, what if they go out of production? And so I bought another one, and I'm thinking, should I buy a third, maybe a fourth? I remember when I was a kid, I had a favorite pair of shoes, the ones that made me run extremely fast. And then I wore them out and they went out of production. And I still regret my mom not being foresighted enough to buy me several pairs in various sizes. So, yeah.
But speaking of sizes, have you tried the trousers on? So they don't have messed up the sizing systems since you bought the last pair?
I did, mostly because the first pair I bought had too long legs.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, most trousers have too long legs, but
I was going to say
Ralph's
both
one
choose
is
legs.
long and one is short.
these were too long legs, and I had to chop them off and yeah, stitch them back together. So, but the second pair I bought was now the correct size, so I don't have to do any modifications to them, which is nice.
Excellent.
Nice.
No,
So,
just
so now,
referring to your earlier thing, I bought a really nice. It wasn't expensive, but I just really liked it. A chore coat. You are familiar with the chore coat, like a light cotton jacket with lots of pockets on it
Yeah.
for use in the workshop. And I liked it so much that I went off and I have another one ready to go in the wardrobe. It's still got the tags on it. So when this one eventually wears out or gets so dirty that the only option is to wash it and maybe dye it a different color, I've got another dark brown one ready to go.
and you remember that you have it as well.
Yep.
So I mean, I'm so seldom in my wardrobe that sounds like, oh yeah, I have this. I bought this. Nice. I surprised myself with. I mean, it's like gifts because it's something I would like to have, but I seldom use it and that sort of thing. So
Yeah.
But that's a good question, like, because do I keep the second pair of trousers in the drawer until the one I have now, wears out, that means that I need to wear this set of trousers and wash them and use them and wash them as you do with trousers. And then once they're worn out, then okay, now I switch to the new pair. And of course, finding that sweet spot, when is it worn out enough for you to do the switcheroo, or
Yeah, that's hard.
do I just put it in circulation and then use them in parallel? Because then they would just get 50% of the use time, which means they should last twice as long. Because the problem is, if I keep it like for swapping it later, what if I
Ooh.
found some better trousers along the way, and then I
You're
have
starting to really skew the figures here. I mean, you haven't got a baseline here. You don't know how long one pair of trousers lasts. So how do you know if two pairs last twice as long?
yeah,
Because you
that's
don't
the
know
thing,
what the
because you
length of
don't
one.
know, do you?
No,
And you need a control group as well, so better buy some more trousers and keep
exactly.
that as
Yes.
a reference.
And then you're throwing new, different brands into the mix as well. This is not scientific at all. This is just
But
chaos.
but that being said, and it's more of like a way of putting your own mind at ease, because I bought something earlier, can't remember what it was, but I thought, should I get one more for when this wears out? But then I thought, I mean, if I really like this piece of garment in 10 years time when it's worn out, I mean, it still have the basic shape, so I can just cut all the stitching and buy fabric if push comes to shove. I can reverse engineer it, so I can actually make one. So it's not, even if it goes out of production. Also know people who are very good with fabric, so I could, like, I have this old thing. Do you mind me paying you to make me another? So it's not like it's a lost cause, even if it's totally worn out.
But it is really fun to think that for us, the worst thing imaginable is I have to go out and find something new, which for some people is the most exciting thing of buying clothes. They're so fundamentally different people sometimes.
It is so nice finding something that it fits and you like it, which means that I can just go online. That's the size, that's the color, order, and some very lovely person in the postal office just brings it to your doorstep. You don't have to go outside. It's a dream come true.
I know. Imagine being one of those people that really enjoys like going to a big out of town shopping centre and spending the day there, just wandering around, looking in all the shops. Maybe they'll buy something, maybe they won't.
That's the worst
Going to
thing
the
now.
shops without a plan.
Yeah, that's horrendous. I've
I
heard of
know.
those people that they just go there without even a single thing that they need.
I know. I know. There is so much mental illness out there. You've really got to be careful.
Yeah.
There's whole industries based around the fact that they want you to come here and spend all day here, all day. You've got nothing better to do.
Than to give them your money.
Exactly. Oh, hateful. And these companies are allowed to prey on that. It's just it's criminal, really.
Yeah, it should be banned. There should be a convention against that, I feel.
Mm.
You know, I've seen those. Well, to be honest, I haven't seen them other than in cinemas. But you have these book buses, right? Where it's a
Yeah.
ambulatory library that goes around.
Yeah,
What
we had that
if?
when I was a kid. It's wonderful.
Yeah. What if a hardware store, tool store, if you just drive around with a huge truck and like they pull up, and then you can just go out in your driveway and like, do you need anything this week? And yeah, I'll browse around. All right, I need a few M5 screws, and oh nice, and I can bring that, and then it leaves, and then it's 14 days until the next time it comes. But then it have swapped out some of the assortment, so there's always something new. But you don't have to leave your home.
So it's like the ice cream truck by the hardware store.
Yeah, Now the question is, what tune would it have?
And will it also have ice cream?
It's got to play the
Because I
tune.
think they would make the most of their money with people browsing the tools, but then by getting an ice cream.
That's the thing though. I was at the hardware store today, and it is uh, a Norwegian, Swedish, and Finnish chain, I think. And they've started introducing cafes as part of some of the hardware stores, the larger
Yeah.
ones. And our one just got a cafe. And I just walked past it today. I'm like, but it's just regular donuts and coffee. I mean, could it be more hardwarey? So I'm not sure how a hardware cafe should look like, but I feel they're just going too kosher, if that's even the right description.
Do you want like the baking is like just a loaf that is a big 2x4 that you cut in slices off and get for a sponge cake 2x4 and
Yeah, and
a
all the
cake shaped
tools
like a
and
nut
Oh
or
yeah.
and the
Imagine that.
cut.
Imagine like a 2.4 meter long Battenberg, and you just slice a
Yeah,
bit off.
and all the cutlery could be tools, so it would be on brand. Because I kind of get it in some, back to the shopping centers. Some shops have, they call it husband kindergartens, because you have to go with your wife because she likes to browse. And then there's a place where you can sit and wait while they do set activities. But in a hardware store, it's the other way around, isn't it? So it's like, it's not for the tool people that needs to go there. It's for the spouse that
yeah.
just
And the
unfortunately has
kids.
to sit there and wait. Yeah,
Yeah,
which kind of,
my favorite hardware store to go to, they have an aquarium section. So the kids like to go and watch the fishes, and then I have time to think of what nuts and bolts I need to get.
yeah.
They usually bored before I'm done still, but yeah, it's at least
Yeah,
something.
that's a, yeah. But it's fun. It's fun when you mention that, Phil. The 2x4 length piece of sandwich or whatever. When I was in the army, I worked in the kitchen, and of course they had an industrial size um, loaf cutter because we made a huge amounts of food. And then me and some other guy were just screwing around when there was not a lot of people needing food. I'm like, what if we put a piece of loaf in, but lengthwise? So when no one was looking, we just chugged it in there and shoop, yeah, it came out. And then like, this is fucking amazing. This it's a long sandwich. And for
One and
those of you,
done.
yeah, and for those of you who do not know it, if you go, if you work in an industrial size kitchen, you can buy everything that you get at the store, but in industrialized packaging. So you could get like Gouda cheese, but on a roll, already covered in these fine wax paper. So we had huge dispensers where you could just pull out half a meter of cheese and then just rip it off. So we could basically take all the spread and everything and just make it just as long as a long loaf. So we were going on an outing one day. I think it was shooting practice, and we were three guys in the kitchen, and we when it came time to lunch, then we brought out this huge ass half-meter long sandwich. I mean, it was a three-course meal, but yeah, it gave someone the idea. So it became a thing where when you sliced all the bread in the morning for breakfast, you took one or two loaves and you just split them lengthwise because someone wanted to make themselves a long sandwich.
I mean, that it's just perfect economy, especially when you're late teens, kids. I mean, that's the size sandwich. You ate half a loaf at a time at that age. At
Yeah.
least I did. So yeah, it perfect sense.
Yeah, me too. Of course, I couldn't do that today because then I would outgrow my trousers before I get to use them. So I need to be a bit wary on my intake as well when I keep buying clothes for 30 years in the future.
That might be your one problem with this
Think of the
yeah.
moral of the story of the long sandwich.
Welcome to episode 133 of the Make Crude Mistakes podcast with Haavard from Behind the Mistakes, Phil from Phil Makes Things, and me, KJ from Crude But Efficient. This wonderful special, all the planets and moons and stars have aligned, and all three of us have had a video out since last we recorded. I mean, this won't happen for a long time, I feel. So let's celebrate it when we can.
So we should all go and put a lottery ticket on tonight because clearly everything is working.
Yeah, or maybe we should have done before this already. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, the Euro jackpot is already done for, so
Yeah,
I mean, we could get one for Friday then.
Yeah.
yeah,
Although,
maybe.
wouldn't it be great? Because obviously tomorrow, as the time of recording, not when people are listening to this, but as of tomorrow, tomorrow's the 1st of April, April Fool's Day. Wouldn't it be lovely to go? Yeah, I've got some terrible news, boss, manager. I won the lottery. April Fool. No, I really have. No, I am actually resigning.
Oh, but think of that, sending that email. I won the lottery. I'm quitting. You sons of bastards! I'm leaving, and then you're getting all that frustration out, and then like by the end of the day, April Fools, and then
April
of course
Fool.
they're really riled up. Like, yeah, man, he really
Exactly. You've got
yeah.
HR preparing your P45. And
Only kidding.
I was only joking.
And
You guys really can't take a joke, can you?
and then on the 2nd of April, no.
So yes, where should we begin?
The
Let's
time
go
machine,
in.
or from
No,
left,
but
left to right, or
let's go backwards in time, starting with the video closest in time, Haavard's guillotine video, because that's the one that's been hyped the most. I feel. I think it was a smashing, good-looking guillotine.
yeah. Might not live up to the hype though.
I mean, it could be just looks. I mean, you did it. I mean, we only saw the blade fall once in true action, and I mean, could you have put a bigger block of cheese through that hole? It felt like it was. You didn't make it easy for it.
No, this was the. It was the cheese that I have. I did plan on using something else, but this one was out of date, so we need to toss it away anyway. So I didn't want to waste food, and this should probably be sufficient. And it's also a massive, like dense piece of cheese. So no, it did not cut it.
It
I
cut
mean,
it partly, at least.
yeah,
You made it look good in the video.
and it's just an opportunity for adding more rockets, because that is the solution I see. Not thinner or less dense cheese, but more rockets.
More power instead.
More power. So yeah, no, it was it worked great. It looks good. Now it's one of my pride pieces in the workshop, together with the KitchenAid. So there is a kitchenette theme. But the most fun thing was filming it. I got my wife in on the action, mistakes, and then it was nice weather outside, but it was cold, and of course, trying to pretend it was not was a bit of a struggle. And of course, she was sitting there while I was moving cameras, pressing record. All right, I'm going to film pouring wine in this angle for 10 seconds, and then we're going to do this, and then I'm going to film myself pretending to speak, because I did not film myself in advance, because I just wanted to film all the clips in the sequential order they were going to be cut together to make it easy on myself. So my wife was just sitting there like waiting, and then but then she got the grand finale. Yeah.
What did you think about it? Was this the dumbest thing you've done, or
No, not by far the dumbest thing. And she's like, she needed to remind me that I have a very patient wife, and she's totally right, of course. But no, this was just, yeah, this is just a normal day in my life now. So it's more like a sigh of resignation. Yeah, not. I was going to say resentment, but that wasn't the word I was looking for. But no, it's done. It's out there. And I'm planning for doing a follow up, like a mini video, like will it cut? I have some rocket engines left to go. So the question is, should I spend them trying to cut things, or should I just bundle them all together and make it one big bang? But it is the piece of wood I put in to break the blade is splitting down the middle. So it is, when the fall is not broken by dense pieces of cheese, it packs a punch. So
I
yeah.
was imagining having a series of cutting stuff that is easy stuff, just with gravity falling, and then when you get to something that is a bit chunkier, then you can add a rocket,
Yeah.
perhaps. But I would be curious to see it cut something like a chicken wing or something like that, something that could mimic a human finger, and see how big a thing it will cut with a bone in it.
Yes. I'm not sure if that is the way to get the monetized or banned or whatever.
This
But
is just a cooking channel. They revived
exactly.
the Behind the Mistakes cooking channel. Now we're chopping for the heated table.
Chicken was already dead, I promise. No, it's
Yes. Not a live chicken wing. I want to preface that.
but it is fun though, and I did think about that, because when you upload a movie to YouTube, then you choose, do you want this monetized or not, and is this suitable for children? No. And then, of course, since YouTube are selling ad spots in videos, you have to answer a lot of questions. Does this glorify violence? Are there any obscenities? Do you swear in the first 2 minutes of the video? Do you glorify drug use? And if you read the information on all those points, it's very vague, isn't it? And on some of the drug, that they might also need alcohol. So I started the video. The first 2 seconds is just pouring wine, and then I say I like the finer things in life. So I'm glorifying wine and cheese as the first thing, and then I go over to chopping with a huge ass meat cleaver and starts cutting that out. And we've all seen people complaining, the knife makers and so on social media, where their videos just get banned or not shown because they're using knives. So I just tried to cram as much of that into the first 10 seconds of the video. But I just answered no to the questions. And when they run the check on the video, they'd say that no issues found. So I just press publish. It's not like if I get demonetized, it's $50 probably. So it's not like I go bankrupt. But it is nice to finish up. I cleaned the workshop today, and I'm ready for something new. I haven't decided yet, so I'm in that pleasurable limbo of not having decided yet.
I mean, the best and worst part of the video was when you grabbed it the wrong way when you were sanding it and the blade started moving, because that looked bloody terrifying.
That was close. And it's fun now. In the fraction of a second afterwards, when I move, you can see our cat in the background, and you can see she was kind of impressed. That was, if there ever was cat-like reflexes, those were it. You could see the cat was even proud there for a second. I'm pretty sure.
To see the horror in your eye when you realize what's happening. Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, but still, and that amazed me. I did not realize how close it was before I saw the video. But then again, I remember thinking, "Oh, this was not smart. I mean, you should just have taken the blade out before you brought it out to sand it." But
Yeah.
if you look at the video, I just continued sanding. There was no stopping there and like, "Oh my god, what did I just know?" I just keep on, carry on.
Nah, nearly lost a finger. Ah, whatever.
Yeah, whatever. I didn't. So it's isn't it the Indians or is it Buddhism? Like, I mean, if it didn't happen, it didn't happen, and if it do, it does. So like, carry on.
One of
I'm not
those, yeah.
sure. Yeah.
Total disclosure. I didn't even know you'd published that video, so I haven't seen it. I'm very sorry. When you were
Yeah.
talking about it now, it's sort of like, you haven't released that video yet, have you? And I've just gone into my subscription page, and it's not there. So I've just gone to your account,
Yeah,
and
that's
I am subscribed,
that.
But
That's
you've muted the channel.
and
Yeah.
and there it
Yes.
is, the first one on the list. But it's not in my subscription list.
But that's the thing, though. I did not tell you, and it's nice to segue into your video, Phil, because you didn't like blow your own horn about publishing the video either. So I just stumbled over it, like, oh, Phil's posted it, nice, and then
Yeah.
I could just spend 12 minutes or whatever drinking coffee and procrastinating the other thing I was doing.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that video's finally out now. Finally, it's done.
Yeah,
I
you
spent
heard
a
it
week
here
hating
first.
it.
Yeah.
And I think me really not liking it is being reflected in the views. It is performing terribly, which is fine because I don't like it. But
too bad.
it was just getting embarrassing at that point. It's just publish it, just do it. So I've done it.
It was a good looking clock.
It was until I got my hands on it. Yeah.
That's not what I meant. But I was kind of surprised that you didn't include your sanding mistake and just swearing at the camera and that sort of thing. Just grazed over that, and then it was
Oh
done.
yeah, just yeah. That's the wonderful lie of non-linear editing, isn't it? All your mistakes, they can just go away. I know they were there. Other people know that they were there, but most people will never know about.
I mean, I thought you were also making it kind of hard on yourself with that those groove for the vertical piece in the. I would never have gone through that trouble of putting that in. Because
No?
how much support does that middle thing need? Just cut a piece that's good enough and glue it in and be happy with it.
Yeah, but I think the rest of the clock is so nicely made, it would just be not right to not do it properly.
Yeah, and you are better at doing that sort of thing and have a nicer chisel as well than me. So, yeah.
Oh, what my 3 for a $5 from Little Chisels? Yeah, they're amazing chisels.
That's better than the banged up ones I have. So,
Yeah, but no, I mean it's okay. I mean you haven't seen how much wood filler is in those joints. Again, behind the curtain. Yeah, perfectly fitting. No, far from it.
The worst thing, though, I mean, not liking your own project, and it shows. But on the other hand, I Yesterday I 3D printed some brackets for a project at work. Basically, I have an idea and I would like to make a small prototype. So that's why I went to the hardware store today, because I needed some round bars and whatever. And I just came home and I spent 10 minutes cutting, and then I glued some pieces together and put the 3D printed angles on, and it came out great. I mean, if I the things was in glue up for like 20 minutes and then glue up the next thing and then glue up. So I spent the entire day gluing it up, but I did not use much work and it came out great. And it's like, I did not have a plan. I did not have to film it, and I can't show it to anyone because it is the client have some patents application for some of the things that so I can't show any of it, and it turned out great. And like, god damn it. In stark contrast to anything else I do, this, god damn it.
Yep. It's one of those things, isn't it? When you're not trying, it's really easy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The difficult thing is not trying the right way, because if you actively don't try, then it goes to shit. But if you passively don't try, then it's perfect.
Yeah.
So that
and
the
if
thing
you try
is,
really hard, it'll go to shit. It's a very, very narrow band you've got to work in.
Yes.
but it is a bit of a damned if you do, damned if you don't, because you can't start a project and then give up midway, because then it's going to be crap.
Yeah.
But then you think, all right, but you need to give up and don't try before you're starting it. But then you're going to have a difficulty starting it, and then if you're like, I'm really not, I'm going to give up like so hard before I start this project, then you're overdoing it again, and then you're just failing from the beginning anyway. So there is no way of winning this game.
Yeah. You just have to go in relaxed with a big dick confidence and just do it.
Yes. So me and Phil, we are in that very sweet spot where you've just finished a project, so it's nice, and you haven't started the next one yet, maybe. And for me, I don't have a deadline either, so it's really nice. I can now spend a couple of days. But you had a video out as well, KJ, working towards a deadline. And how did it go?
Yeah, I've managed to finish on time, and I lived up to what I've been saying as well. I took some time off from the day job last week to actually finish it on time, so did not work as much. Finished it before I had to, and it is performing great to be me. So that's nice.
Nice.
Good
And
stuff.
it was really fun to do it as well, because I've been thinking about doing it for a long time, and I've been always in the outskirts of the crafting community, just people making miniatures and painting and that sort of thing. Those things that I'm really crap at. But just when what's it called when you ask people to do something? The challenge.
A
The
favor?
challenge was yeah. No, when the challenge was when I did, and that was just something I noticed just scrolling by on YouTube. I sort of like, yes, this year I will do it. Oh damn, it's the same month as everything else. It felt like, but it was fun to get it done. But I'm not doing a voiceover video in a while because, yeah, I was not happy with that one. Not happy at all.
So that's 2 out of 3 who've put out videos and they're not happy with them.
Yeah,
Or
but
not happy with aspects of them, I suppose.
you shouldn't be happy with it, because then you're sad when you're even sadder when it doesn't perform.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
But it was kind of fun because at first I did the Make What You Fear, and then this one, and then I realized that the bot build actually had 3 materials in it as well. So that could have been my Make What You Fear.
Oh, could have been a
Those
2
are
for
3
1.
materials. So I'm hoping that next year it will be the same thing, but they will align again, but because then I would do just one of them instead.
Yeah, and if you're lucky, then Tim does the scrapwood challenge as well, and you can knock 3-1 out.
That would be interesting. How many challenges can you fit in one project?
Hmm.
That's a nice challenge. The challenge.
And would people notice it's the same video? You just change different thumbnails.
Ah,
You take a
you
big number away.
re-upload it as well.
Well, it could be the
Because
both
you're
of them.
hitting different demographics, so maybe that's
Yeah,
Yeah.
you could just very subtly edit each one. So in the introduction, and this is my entry to whatever challenge,
and then
just,
have a really bad voiceover afterwards, just the Big Bot challenge, the Scrapwood challenge, the whatever.
yeah, we'll just get one of those AI voiceover bots to dub over. Yeah, you're clearly
then-
saying something else, but
And then it becomes a totally different challenge. How many times can you post the same video during a year? Because the algorithm doesn't, I mean, it doesn't show all your videos to all your subscribers. So uploading the same video twice, it might be shown to a lot of new people with just a small piece of overlap. And in that overlap, a lot of people, if you look at the statistics, they just watch the first 30 seconds and then they dive off. So if you have different intros and different voiceovers, they would just like have jumped out anyway. So they would not have the possibility to realizing this is the same video. So
I think I saw someone do that as an experiment. I don't know if it was on YouTube. I think it might have been on like Instagram Reels, maybe, but they just posted the same reel every day for like a month just to see how many views it got.
yeah.
And some got, a handful, and some got millions. But it can't be any difference in the content because it's the same video. So whatever.
I'm gonna keep this one in my back pocket. The day I'm quitting YouTube, you will know, because then I will be posting the same video like every week to see
Yeah,
what happens.
and you can also make that into a video because you could write a script. And this is very very a colleague of mine showed me this once, and it's not even a script. It is a software that it basically just records mouse and keyboard movements. So you start it up and you just press record, and you do a sequence of things like pressing the Windows button, starting Audacity, opening this file, pressing play. And then you can use that software to automate that series. So it's very crude, but you could make that software to every day at noon, you go to that folder and upload that file to your YouTube account. So you didn't even have to do anything yourself. It could just copy paste. Would be a nice.
I'm sure you can set that up with if this then that.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah,
a little task.
Just have a library of them. You take the first video and then you export a second one that's 10% faster and a third one that's 10% faster even, and see they get shorter and shorter and see how quick should a video go. That is down to just 1 second.
There is probably a plugin for Google Chrome or something for like automated publishing videos to social media. So it's probably there. But yeah, speeding it up every time, that would be fun.
There's so much to do with this. So I'm looking forward to quitting YouTube.
It's almost
You're gonna have some fun.
Can't wait, yeah.
I almost want to make a second YouTube account just to play with that idea.
Yeah.
I mean, technically, I do have a second account because my account is whatever is it, like a brand account or something like that. So I've got the one which is just my email address.
Yeah. I mean, you can create how many second channels you want. I mean, I have some. So yeah,
Hmm.
if ever I get the time for an art project, then that
Yeah,
it goes on the list.
Yeah, I do have the
time.
Batsy channel. I
Yeah,
can just
exactly.
keep
What's that?
uploading that. Yeah, but
It was really
the
nice.
sad thing would be like you've posted 100 videos. You spent 3-4 years on your channel, and then you just make a dummy one to I'll upload this crappy video every day for, and then you just wake up after a few weeks, 100,000 subscribers to that
Yeah,
crap. Like, god damn it.
that's why we don't do it.
Yeah. The
You
fear of
think
it might be good actually, so I'm not doing it.
exactly. You think you don't want it, or you think you do want it, so you don't try, and then you get it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but it was the Big Bot Bash was a nice thing to do, and I mean because it used to be him build making stuff, inviting other crafters, but this year I think he didn't feel like doing the hassle of actually trying to coordinate anything, so we just open for anyone. So at the moment it's 59 videos in the playlist of all the bot builds. So it's, I mean, no one should sit through and watch all of them. I feel
I was gonna
then
say
you might go a bit mental.
then it's 58 videos I haven't seen, because I took a mental note that I should check out this playlist when you posted it, but I haven't
Yeah,
gotten to it yet.
you need more time than anyone should have. I've been cherry picking myself, and some of them are really great. Some of them are more people who are in their early parts of their video making journey, if you say that. So it's fun to see uh, all the versions of people with millions of followers and people with 50 and everything in between.
That's the thing, though. I saw he posted a new video today. Make something. You're probably subscribing to him, both of you, if I don't remember
Mm-hmm.
totally off. And he, of course, he's close to 1 million subscribers, and his production is really nice. The lighting, the storyline, everything, and of course what he builds as well. But I stumbled over a YouTuber that he just started his channel like 3-4 months ago. He had like 120 subscribers, and I mean he's making just as good content as Make Something. I mean I'm not sure what you do like for a day job, but it's real professionally made. So it will be nice to see how fast his numbers are gonna grow, because this is too good for a newbie. It's suspicious. So maybe that is his dummy account to just try out shit. So he might have another one that we don't know about. But yeah,
The throwaway account.
yeah.
Mm.
Speaking of throwaway, you you sent us a teaser video today, Phil. I mean,
I did, didn't I? It's a hell of a tease.
yeah, I can't remember how long it was since I got a DM on my phone that teased so much.
That made you so wet.
Yeah, yeah. I was really feeling giddy on a Tuesday.
From spitting out your coffee at the absolute criminality of what was unfolding in front of you. Yes.
I was
Yeah.
mostly thinking logistics of how to get all that stuff out in one go by myself.
Mm,
You
it's
need
impossible.
people. You need a van, or even better, like rent a shipping container or whatever. I mean, this is
Yeah.
Tell us, what was it that you showed us today?
Well, at work, one of the old workshops is being demolished. Where I work, one of the campuses is an old Rolls-Royce Technical College from the
Cool.
1950s. And I remember it when they just purchased it, and they had so much stuff, like rooms full of lathes and milling machines, most of which just got thrown away. This was slightly before my time. But one of the old workshops, which the estates but guys used, it's full of asbestos. It's very damp. It's falling down. It's basically been condemned. It's got to go. So they've taken out all the small stuff, but in there they've got all these big old machines which they inherited when we took over the site, including a huge table saw with a sliding carriage and a great big start right bandsaw, a metal brake, planer thicknesser, various milling machines, a great big Harrison lathe, and just boxes and boxes and boxes of tools and tooling for all these machines. And yeah, it's all old. It's all slightly rusty. The old boy that used to run that shop died several years ago, and it's basically just been used as a dumping ground ever since. And now the building's coming down. They want shot of it, and it's of no monetary value to them. And it's too much hassle for them to try and rehome it themselves. So basically, I got the word on the grapevine 2 days ago that everything was just being scrapped. The people who are going to be demolishing the building will just pick up these machines and throw them in a metal skip with their big grabber.
Oh Lord!
Oh yeah. So I was like, hang on a minute. Don't do that, because I can help. and I know people who would be spitting feathers in extraordinary anger at the idea of a beautiful old start right bandsaw being picked up with a jib and just chucked because it's too much bother. So already things are in motion.
I mean, if it wasn't a big chunk of water between us, I would be planning a road trip. I can say that.
I just today I ordered a trailer hitch for my car, so after Easter I will be able to pull a trailer. So yeah, if it wasn't for that huge body of water, I would be doing a first test run on the world's smallest car to see if it can haul the biggest green milling machine ever seen to man.
I'm sure it could do it, as long as you don't go anywhere that's got any hills and you don't want to go particularly quickly.
Yeah. You're not going up and you don't have the brakes to go down, so it needs to be flat. So, yeah, I could get it to Denmark, but from there I would struggle.
Yeah. Well, Holland,
Yeah.
also
that area
quite flat.
and nothing else.
But
So the question is, how many friends does Phil have?
Now a lot.
More by the hour, it would seem.
It's like when you win the lottery. Like everybody's a friend all of a sudden. Yeah.
I know. Well, I'm very much of the opinion that people started saying, "Oh, no, you could sell stuff like this." No, I don't want to do that. I just want to put these things in the hands of people that are going to use them, rather than some random company who doesn't give a stuff about it. Just pick them up and just throw them in a skip.
I mean, selling stuff that's a hassle as well. So
liability and people not showing. It's a lot of hassle.
Exactly. So yeah, the people who have been told and the people who know about it and specifically where it is and all that sort of thing know that they've got until X date to basically make an arrangement and come and get it. And I've had word from the very top basically saying, if you can get it out, you can have it. But it's the if you can get it out, which is the real kicker. Yeah. Because these are very big, heavy machines, and they've been there a long time. And heaven knows how some of them even got in there. I think maybe they was just there and they built the building around it. I don't know.
Well, that's the thing.
Kind of look that way.
We have a concrete slab. Put that machine here, and then we build a university around it.
Well, this is the thing, because that's what that is the old boiler house. And the main bulk of the floor is very wet from the leaking roof. But that whole floor is basically over a huge void where there was once a massive boiler.
I was gonna say I'll take the boiler, but maybe not. So yeah.
Interesting. You should film this.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because you drop it and then the whole floor just disappears underneath you.
But I mean, the good thing with this is about, oh yeah, we lost a bandsaw. Tough. Now they just have to pick it up with a digger instead. As long as no one dies, it's fine.
And
Yeah.
I mean, this is great news. And the sad thing is, when you said no value to the company, because that's the thing. The chair I'm sitting on now, it's a Capsico ergonomics chair. It's good for your back. You can sit on it every way you want and whatnot, and it costs a fortune. And the reason I have it is because at my previous workplace, they were refurbishing the office, so they just hired a lot of skips and they just piled all the old chairs and whatnot, new and old. And I saw this chair and I talked to the janitor. Is this just going to skip? Yep. Can I take it? Well, since it's you, I'm gonna just turn away and bring it with you. Just wait until after closing, so that all the people don't see you just putting it in your car, because although it's not to value of the company, but this was a governmental branch, and then that means that they have very strict rules of giving things away to employees, because that is seen as a benefit, and then you have to report it, and then it's too much hassle giving it away to your employees as well. So they say no. But of course, I was buddy with the janitor,
as you should be.
Yeah,
absolutely.
And he said, "I'll just. I know you have your own car. You have your own," because he's also tired of people like, "Can I get this?" And you're the janitor, so can you deliver this to me because you have a car and a trailer? Because this was in Oslo and people don't have cars, and they just expect him to, on his spare time, just deliver things to them. So he said, "I know you own your own car and a trailer, so yeah, after 5 o'clock you can take whatever you want." So I now I have this Capsico chair in my office. I have one in my workshop, and I could have more, but it's I did not need chairs, but it was like almost not sat on. I had to tighten one screw, and it was as good as new. And of course, I was thinking, how many of these chairs can I bring to sell them? Because they go for several $100s at an online marketplace easily. So but then again, it's a hassle. So it's the same here. I saw a lot in that video, Phil, like a metal filing cabinet. I'll have that one, and of course all the green big machines. Don't have a to put them, but I am in the process of building a garage, and of course I'm gonna pour the concrete slab first. So it's a perfect time of getting heavy equipment in before you build the rest of the building around them. So
if you want to pop over and stick it on your trailer, just take it back to Norway, stick it under a tarpaulin, it'll be fine, I'm sure.
I have several uncles and cousins who own lorries. Unfortunately, none of them own a lorry with like a small hijab crane on them. But if they did, it's like, do you care for a road trip? 48 hours one way, no sleep, and then dodgy moving of equipment, and then 48 hours back.
Yep.
So how many raisins in that cake are you planning to keep for yourself? How much can you fit in your workshop?
Well, I may have already filled a bag.
How much stuff can you get rid of in your workshop to actually make space for something else?
Well, here's the thing. I've also been doing a bit of electrical workings out with good friend Jim, who pointed out, in theory, that bandsaw would work if you had a normal electrical supply, but I do not have a normal electrical supply in my workshop. So even if I could fit it in, I wouldn't be able to turn it on without blowing the fuses, because it is single phase. But it's 1800 watt induction motor, so it won't run on a standard. It will run on a standard 13 amp socket, but the current inrush on a motor that size, an induction motor that size, is greater than 13 amps. So you need a 16 amp supply, and all the electrical supply in my garage is basically 13 amp socket wired into the lighting ring. So
that might be a problem.
I've got basically 5 amps to play with.
You just
That's why I can't have my circular saw plugged into the output socket on my vacuum, because it's one of those sockets where you plug your tool into the vacuum, and when you turn the tool on, it turns the vacuum on. And if I do that, I blow the fuses.
so you need a delay there, and
you've got to start things up. It's a bit like the return flight of Apollo 13. You know, you've got to turn shit on in sequence.
How do you live in that system? I have 16 amp 3-phase in my shop. Why don't everyone have that?
Well, here's the thing. All the garages are on a communal supply, and they're only supposed to have lights. They're not supposed to have sockets. But at some point, I don't know, because reasons. Because it's a communal supply, then nobody, just
they have to pay for anything. Yeah,
they have to pay for everything. Yeah. So at some point in the past, a few people have wired in sockets into their lighting rings, and people aren't happy, and then people ask questions, but effectively saying if it was already existing when you moved in, then it gets to stay. And thankfully it was for me.
That being said, though, 5 amps might not be enough because the first thing I was gonna ask KJ, but couldn't you just put a huge ass capacitor in to take that surge charge when you boot it up? I remember when I was into car stereos, you could get up to 1 farad capacitor for 12 volts. Of course, do you get them those sizes? Probably yes, for like 220, but those were,
of course you do.
They would be lethal.
Don't go near it.
Yeah. I would be scared. Thinking about discharging that if you're going to do maintenance. But yeah, I did the same when we got the new bathroom. We also needed some new fuse cabinet, and then I talked to the electrician. I'm going to use this garage as my workshop, and the table saw I have is for the old 10 amp fuses. It knocked them out half the time when you started it up. So I actually have several circuits in the workshop, and also I got 3-phase available. I haven't got an outlet for that, but I could put some huge ass green machinery in there and run it. So it's nice knowing that you have the possibility.
Yeah, I've never used my 3-phase either for 3 phases. By the same time, because I don't have a machine for that, but I could if I needed to. But how many garages are there in that lane, or whatever you call it? 10, 15, 5? Yeah. How many people actually have their car in there, and how many use it for storage or workshop or that sort of thing, do you think?
I'm going to say it's going to be 90% storage.
Yeah.
Most people don't. Well, the problem is that they're 1970s garages built for 1970s cars.
Yeah.
So modern cars don't fit unless you drive something really, really tiny.
Yeah.
Your new car would fit in perfectly.
Yeah, mine was
I-
built on
Sideways.
1970 spec. Yeah, I could
Yeah.
get 2 on in there.
Yeah. Unlike some modern cars, you'd probably be able to get them in, but then you wouldn't be able to get out because they're
Yeah,
so,
have
so
to go
wide.
through the boot.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should get an old. Is it I Isetta, the ones that you open up the entire front? So if you back that one in,
Yeah, don't
problem
drive
is
it in forwards and then
no. And
you
if
can't
I
get out.
remember correctly, they don't have a reverse gear, so
No,
you
they do
have
not.
to get out and push it in. But then,
Yeah.
yeah,
You just have a winch or something in the back. But I mean, isn't there someone else who would? Shouldn't you just have outlets in all the spaces?
because
Isn't there someone who would like to charge an electric car or something like that, or an
maybe.
e-bike? And yeah,
Yeah. I mean, yeah, other people have sockets in there. You know, other people have vacuums for cleaning out their cars. Someone else has got a deep freeze.
yeah.
So you know, it's not just me.
No, but yeah, then shouldn't you? I mean, because I mean, drawing some wire, that's not that costly, and just have it so everyone have one good outlet
Mm.
with a separate fuse.
the separate fuse is important if some people have deep freezers, because then Phil runs his table saw, chung, everything goes dark. Well, I was finished today anyway, so it takes a
fine.
weekend out in the woods doing photography, and then the neighbor comes around like, why is there no light on my deep freeze?
I was keeping my grandmother.
Oh,
Now she's all soggy. I don't like that.
that's the second life, yeah.
Yeah. So as much as I'd like, because I was looking at the table saw, and when I first looked at it, I thought that's far too big. But actually, it is a standard size cabinet saw, and it has got a big extension on one side and a sliding
Oh yeah.
carriage on the other side. If I took all those off, it's actually quite a small machine. But yeah, even if I could make it fit, I still couldn't turn it on. So, oh well, bygones. But I have got a lovely vintage angle poise lamp, so I can put on something.
It sounds like you need a new workshop.
Definitely. I would love a new workshop, big enough to put all this stuff in. Like it's not just the machines. There's 2 glorious joiners benches in there as well. There's a 10-foot joiners bench and I think probably a 5 or a 6-foot joiners bench.
Now, this
all
is
hardwood.
This is your moment, right? You just won the lottery. Now, some of that tools,
nowhere to put
you just have to say that I would have bought this tool at some point down the line, and that costs me money that I now have saved. And then you can take those imaginary future money that you now have saved, you can use them to rent a workshop. And you need to do it now so you can fill it up with that stuff.
I'm sure in Norway workshops are 10 a penny and they're very cheap and cost threepence halfpenny a year to rent. But around here, not so much.
That's the thing though. They are not. That's why I'm in my garage. So, but I'm kind of hoping that they were a dozen on the pound or whatever over at your neck of the woods. But
I mean, you're running around at campuses all day. Don't you have somewhere that no one knows about that you can sneak in and build a secret workshop?
Oh, well, I'm sure.
Yeah, just put up a secret wall and wait for a couple of months. And then if nobody misses it, it's mine now.
If there was any spare space available, other people would have already found it and claimed it as their own.
Yeah.
Yeah. Unfortunately not. It is one of those. This is probably going to be in your memoirs, the one that got away.
Yeah. You're writing in your notebook already.
Exactly. Greater to have loved and to have lost than to have never loved at all.
But at least you can shove it into the arms of another loving guy that can take care of it and caress it and oil it and all
As
of
long as
that
they send
wonderful
me
things you do.
photographs, that's fine.
Yeah, that's a clause. Every Christmas, I want a postcard. Like, what did you make with it, and how is it going? Yeah.
An erotic calendar every year with
Not
just
necessarily.
nice beauty shots of the table saw.
Table saw nights.
I mean, at some point we talked about the bad audio calendar, but yeah, the old tools calendar. That would be. It's probably too narrow a niche to make any decent money on it, but I'm pretty sure if you made 20, I would be able to sell them.
If you make 20, I could sell at least 5.
Yeah. And I'm gonna sell 5, but it's probably to the same people. So maybe that's it. Yeah.
Sounds like a good giveaway, at least.
Yeah. The Make Crude Mistakes tool calendar. That's
Speaking of the giveaway, I still need to do that as well. That's probably the next thing, is the giveaway.
yeah.
If I can be bothered.
Me too. I'm planning my giveaway to be the next video, I think, because I'm doing a May the 4th video. So I have to do that now in April to be ready to May. The problem is, I can't post it in April, and then I wouldn't have a video out every month. So I'll see what I can do about it. But I made the reel here the other day, and I was kind of pleased with it. And then I went to do the edit, and I'm getting ready to upload it. Oh yeah, YouTube still have a 3-minute limit on reels, and I was closer to 6 than 5 minutes on mine, and it was. And of course, being pleased with it is because it was like there was a journey there from start to end. So if I chopped it up to make it to 3 minutes, it wouldn't make any sense. So I just stored it on my new fancy external hard drive, never to be seen by anyone. So it's one of those.
That's also a way to go, I guess. Just waiting for them to increase the time slot on the internet for you.
I've already sent him an email. Isn't it time now that you follow suit with Instagram and TikTok and all the others?
I have a masterpiece here that needs extra minutes.
7 minutes. Not 6 minutes 50, not 5 minutes 40, not 3 minutes. It needs 7 minutes. Give it to me. No, I'm not going to split it across 3 videos.
Yeah. So there's that. So then, to anyone listening here, it's going to be a lot of giveaways in your future. So keep your heads up. Be vigilant. You might get free stuff.
Not from me, though.
No.
I'm not giving away shit.
I'm just giving away good things. Was that implied?
Yeah, I don't know what I'm giving away, because the person I had, I asked them for stuff, and gave them a very good, a great, sales pitch. All right, I asked ChatGPT to write it. Fair enough, busted, but it was a good pitch. I mean, I did proofread it before I sent it. I'm not a complete idiot. Just mostly an idiot, but not a complete idiot. Saying that I'm doing this, I'm doing that, and I want to give away, and I use your products. I genuinely do use their products all the time, and how it'd be beneficial, and I would give you a mention, and blah 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 blah. Nothing, no response. 10 days later. Fine, sod you. That's not happening then. And I get it. I'm asking for free stuff, but at least just a response saying no, or no, and here are some reasons why, or thanks for contacting us, but also no. But just being blanked, that's just even worse, isn't it, really?
Yeah. I did. It wasn't for a giveaway, but I sent a video to no, I sent a message to another YouTuber. Could I use 5-second clip of your thing, because that would be fun tying this with what I'm building. And of course, he's a huge YouTuber, so he probably never reads his emails. So it's annoying, because shall I wait for this? But I just ended just leaving that out. And still now it's a year ago, so I still haven't got a reply. So good call on not waiting.
Yeah.
But it might be a blessing in disguise, though, that I did not post that reel. Because my plan is I'm going to make something artsy. And the plan was I'm going to make 20. That was the plan. So I'm not going to do that anymore. But the plan was I'm going to make 20. 10 of them I'm going to give to the Patreons. And then 10 I'm going to give on people commenting on this video. And you know the malarkey, like and subscribe and whatnot. And since it's now getting closer to Easter, I also have the Kahoot at work. And I promised to send out some surprises to the people on the podium on the Kahoot. So I also did that yesterday. And the postage, just for a letter inside of Norway, is like £5. It's insane. If you have an envelope less than 5 millimeters, it's like one piece of A4, it costs you £2. But if it's like up to 2 centimeters thick, so if it's like a candy bar, if you want to send that in an envelope, that is £5. And then I thought, if I'm going to send out 20 art pieces also outside of Norway, it would ruin me just in the postage. So I'm glad I did not post that reel, because that reel would probably then go viral and people would sign up and I would have to do this shit and just ruin myself in postage. So it's going to be one. It's going to be one art piece and pickup only. So Phil, you were looking for stuff for your giveaway. You could have the greatest giveaway. Do you want to have a green Bridgeport guillotine side here? And you need to pick it up, but it's yours.
Congratulations, you've won. Exactly.
And
You've
then
won.
film it when it gets thrown in the metal skip when no one collects it. Oh,
Yep.
here it goes.
You've won whatever you can carry. Like a supermarket sweep, you know.
Yeah.
If it fits, it sits. Yeah, that's So on that note, before we promise things we can't cash, then maybe we should end this episode.
Promise things we will never deliver.
That's why I never promise anything.
Yeah, that's a smart move.
Yeah, but thank you very much for listening. I hope you enjoyed this as much as we did.
Yeah, exactly.
Or hopefully more.
We aim to under promise and over deliver, or something like that.
Yeah. Well, the main episode is over, but we're not promising. So you be the judge. Did we over deliver or never mind?
If you liked what you heard, give us a rate and review. And if you didn't love what you heard, then this is the time for quiet contemplation. As another podcast put it.
Exactly. If you got nothing nice to say nothing.
Exactly.